What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Richard and this is Slasher and Collectibles. Today we have something pretty amazing. I still can't believe I have this. Alright guys, so I'm still extremely excited that I was even able to get this in my collection. This is something that I've been after for a long time. So let's go ahead and take a look at the product page really quick. So we are looking at a price point of $1,155. I did not pay this price for it. I bought this during the Black Friday sale, which they had a 10% off sale. This thing never goes on sale. I've never seen it go on sale, so I'm excited that the coupon worked for it, so I jumped at the opportunity to grab it. I also had a bunch of rewards that I had accumulated up too. So I paid a lot less than what this price point is, but if you don't have the rewards or those coupons, you are looking at a pretty steep price of $1,155. I also live really close to California, so my shipping cost was $100. If you live further away, you're looking at a minimum of about $100 just because of how big this thing is. So let's go ahead and take a quick review of everything that it comes with on the page here. All right, so you do get the authentic detailed likeness of the Hulkbuster. This is from the movie The Avengers Age of Ultron. It is approximately 55 centimeters high, which is about 21 inches tall. You have some special features on the armor. Chest can be opened up, which will reveal the Mark 43 bust that it comes with. You also have a metallic red and gold silver colored painting on the armor. You have 30 points of articulation, over 20 LED lights. Shoulder and chest armor can be opened up. You have one interchangeable battle damage left chest armor, one LED light up jackhammer left arm. You have over 9 points of articulation on the arms and the hands, one interchangeable locking forearm, an interchangeable neck armor for when displaying the Mark 43 bust. You have a pair of removable forearm armors, one pair of hands with articulated fingers. It contains die-cast material. This thing is large, so it also says it here, but it's pretty obvious that they incorporated the die-cast just to have this thing stand the weight of the actual figure. It's 21 inches tall, so it is a pretty large figure. You also get a Hulkbuster pod. This is exclusive for this version, which is the deluxe version. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at some of the images here. So this is the entire Hulkbuster. Looks fantastic. I love the colors on this thing. I can't wait to open it up to take a look at everything. And then this is right here is the pod that it comes with for the deluxe version. You also see the Mark 43 bust that sits right inside there. Here is the feet on this guy. This thing is massive. I love the detail, the scratch marks, all the weathering and stuff on it. So I'm hoping it looks pretty much the same. Here is one of the arms with the gold and red. The other arm. This is what it looks like when you open it up without the bust. And then when you have the bust sitting inside there. All right, so I'm not going to go through all of these. This thing looks fantastic. Here it is with it open with the bust, the Mark 43. So I'm actually really excited to jump in and get this thing unboxed and kind of review it. So I'm going to go ahead and get this thing open, put it in the light box, and we'll go ahead and take a look at the full figure. All right, so before I get this thing actually in the light box, I just want to take a look at the overall box on this thing first, because I don't think this thing is going to fit inside the light box. So I want to kind of give you guys a quick overview of that first before we actually open it up. So here on the front, we do have the giant image here of the Hulkbuster. We also have the Avengers Age of Ultron logo right here on the side. I love the coloring on this. This is a slip off, so this thing does come off, and then you have this foam here that's holding the actual figure inside. So once you flip that up, there's two separate pieces right here that it comes with. This is probably like the arm. I'm not really sure, but I think this is the arm and maybe some of the pod stuff that it comes with, and then the actual figure will sit right here. Let me see if I can get this mic out of the way. So here on the side, you do have the wraparound image of the Hulkbuster. Here on the bottom too, let me see if I can get this in the camera for you guys. You have the Hulkbuster text right here, which does say the deluxe version and some information down there about the actual figure. It is the MMS 5110. All right, let me make sure we get this all in the camera. So for this, it continues to wrap around. You have like this goldish yellow color right here with a gradient going into the red. And then here you have all the legal information down here, along with another text right here with the Hulkbuster. And then here on this side, the wraparound does continue with the gold. And then you have a logo right down there. All right, so I'm gonna go get this in the light box, and then we'll go ahead and open it up on camera. I want to kind of take this in together with you guys. We'll open it up for the first time right on camera just to kind of see the layout and everything. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna go ahead and get the light box set up, and then we'll go ahead and set him up in there as well. All right, guys. So this is another one that is just a little bit too big to fit in the light box, so we're gonna have to do the review right here, like we did with the Vulture. So I went ahead and took the plastic, or not the plastic, but the cardboard box off on it, and it does come in 2 separate pieces. So we'll go through the bigger one first, and then we'll go ahead and take a look at the other one. So right off the bat, right when you open it up, you have the Iron Man Hulkbuster text right here, like indented inside this foam, and then you have this piece right here with the Hulkbuster Deluxe text, and you have all the information about the cast and the crew who all worked on this figure. You do have this wrapping around it, so I'm gonna go ahead and take the wrapping around it, and then we'll open up the piece to kind of see what's all inside it. All right, so I went ahead and removed the wrapping, so let's go ahead and remove this first cardboard piece. When you remove the first cardboard piece, you have the instruction manual right here at the top. Highly recommend reading through this just because this is a large piece. There's a lot of moving parts on this one, so I'm going to actually, after I get the unboxing done, we'll go ahead and look through this, and then we'll go ahead and do the posing after that. So I do see that you have a bunch of pieces right here when you first open it up. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of this stuff first, and then we'll move on to what's inside here. So the first piece I'm going to take out is the Mark 43 bust. Let me see if I can get the camera to focus for you guys. Perfect. All right, so here's the Mark 43 bust. This one is plastic. It's not die cast. And you do see like it is cut off right here. So this one just sits right inside the Hulkbuster when you have it. You do so have some articulation right here in the head. Arms don't really move. And I believe this might have a light up feature too, but we'll go ahead and take a look at that after the unboxing. Once I get everything out, then I'll put all the batteries and stuff in, and we'll take a look at it all lit up. And then here is another piece. I'm not really sure what all these go to yet, so as soon as I get all this stuff out, maybe I'll look through the manual, and then we'll do like a construction video on the actual figure too. This piece does move a little bit. You have some articulation right there. You have some nice construction and detail right inside the thing here. Right, then you got this one. And then another chest plate. I love the weathering and stuff that it has on this. Like the textures and the paint applications on this thing look freaking fantastic. You have other piece right here. Again, I'm not sure what all this stuff goes to yet. This is literally the first time I've opened it. I've never seen this thing in person. I'm opening it on screen with you guys. So that is it for that side. So let me get this stuff out of the way, and then we'll go ahead and remove the top. All right, guys, here is what the entire thing looks like. This thing is insane. It is so big, like especially in person. I didn't think it was going to be as large as what it is, but as you guys can see, this thing looks absolutely massive. It looks absolutely beautiful. So let me go ahead and pull this guy out really quick, and then we'll get him all unwrapped. So you do get some batteries as well as a screwdriver and some tongs there to help you put the guy together. All right, guys, so here it is, all unboxed. It does have some pretty good weight to it, pretty heavy piece. So just make sure if you get wherever you guys are going to put it, it'll be able to withstand the weight. So let me go ahead and remove the rest of the stuff on here really fast. And then you also get another battle damage piece right here. I love the way that this stuff looks. All the paint applications, the indents, the textures look fantastic. All right, so when you guys get this thing all unwrapped, you guys also have some foam and stuff that are in like the knee area, and the waist area right here. So I am going to get all this stuff cleaned up, and then we'll go ahead and bring that other box over and see what's in that one. All right, so I went ahead and cleaned up the Hulkbuster, and I have the other piece right here and removed the wrapping. I haven't opened it yet, so again, I just want to kind of experience all this stuff with you guys on the screen. So we're going to take a look at this, and then right when we're done with this, I'll go ahead and we'll get into the actual review part of it. So let's go ahead and take a look at this piece right here. So on this one, you get more batteries. You also get the deluxe edition piece pod that comes with it right here. And then you have 2 separate arms with it. All right, so here is the first arm. And then you also comes with this piece that you can attach to it as well. All right, guys, so I am going to clean all this stuff up again, and then we'll go ahead and get into the actual review side of it. All right, so I have all the pieces laid out, and we're going to go through all of them, just kind of see what all they do. So let's go ahead and start with the Mark 43 bust first. So you do get the Mark 43 bust. This does have a light up feature, and if you want to light it up, what you do is just remove the mask first, and then you have to remove this top piece too. There is some clips right here, so if you grab each side here, kind of hard with the gloves on, but if you grab each side, you can unclip right there and right there, and then that removes the top half of the helmet. You put the batteries right up in here, and then the on and off switch is right here on the top. So let's go ahead and put this guy back together. You can kind of see what it looks like all lit up. All right, and then as you guys can see, I'll give you guys better images of this as well once we actually go into like the posing stages. But you can see you do have light up eyes right there. You also have another one on the back here where you insert the batteries, and you have an on and off switch right down here, so you can turn that on, and then that part right here lights up. The paint applications on this are beautiful. You have that the Mark 43 red and gold, which looks really nice. There's not much else to say about it. It doesn't really move that much. You do have the head joints and stuff that move pretty good, though. So the other pieces that it comes with are all these metal pieces. So this is if you want to use the bust and put them inside the Hulkbuster. All of this stuff attaches. I'll go through this more in detail too, but most of this stuff is just like a chrome type look, so really not much to talk about right at the moment. But once I put all this stuff into the Hulkbuster and have this guy sitting inside it, we'll go ahead and I'll show you guys how I inserted all that stuff. So this you also have, and then that goes right in the front to hold that in there. And then you also have an additional silver breastplate if you want to use that one. So with the deluxe edition, you do also get this pod. So here is the pod. I'll give you guys a quick turnaround of it. You have a nice red metallic with the silver on there. You also get a stand with it. So you get this piece right here along with this. You just go ahead and insert that right there. And then you match these clips up with the bottom here. And then it just sits right on top of there. So you can have it displayed right with the figure. You also get an additional damage plate for the Hulkbuster. So I might actually switch this out just because I kind of like the look of this. The paint applications on this are really well done. They have a nice dark where it was actually hit at, so you have like that black look with all the scratch marks and everything, so it looks pretty great on it. Another thing that I thought was pretty cool that it came with was these. At first, I had no idea what these were, but if you actually have the Mark 43 figure, these ones you can actually insert over the legs. That way you don't actually damage your figure or the Hulkbuster inside. So the next two pieces are these right here. These are the armor for your arms on the Hulkbuster, so you can attach these to it. So these also have a light up feature. You have a battery compartment right down here. You just remove this, and then the switch is right here, and then it lights up right up inside. Let me see if I can show you guys. You have some lighting up in there. You can't really see it with the camera just because it's so bright, but you have a light up feature here. You also have these pieces right here that move out, and then you can actually adjust this piece right here as well if you want it to, and this one goes up and back. So if you want to have it displayed open like that, you can. Paint applications on this are really nice too. I like all the battle damage marks, all the scratches, everything is beautifully crafted on it. And you have like a really nice gold texture to it. So this one's pretty much the same thing. I'm not going to go through everything, but you got a right and a left side, and then another battery compartment here. So I was going to add the batteries on camera, but it literally took me like 20 minutes to put all the batteries in this thing. And I didn't want this video to be extremely long, so I just went ahead and put all the batteries in all the pieces and the Hulkbuster itself too. Just because didn't think it would be that interesting to watch me put batteries in. But this thing comes with a ton of batteries. The next thing we're going to look at is the jackhammer arm. So right here you have two battery compartments. You have one right here, so this piece is removable. You just lift it up, and then you have an on and off switch here. So let's go ahead and take that one off really quick. So if you remove that, you have your on and off switch right here. Go ahead and turn that on. And then when you turn that on, you have a light up feature right here in the palm that shows the lights. So this one, the fingers are really, you can articulate them really nicely. You have pretty good movement. Each finger has a separate joint that you can use to move. And then that also goes all the way down here. Same thing with the thumb. You have each joint has a thumb joint where you can move around. This one also turns right and left. So if you want to have it this, you can kind of move that hand there's nothing really blocking it so far. I thought this was going to be a lot stiffer than what it actually is, but so far the articulation in this is pretty nice. You also can be able to pull that out if you want to extend the arm. So when you have that jackhammer, you can kind of pull it in and out like that. There's another battery compartment here on the top here. So all you do is have to lift this piece up right here. Batteries go right there, and another on and off switch right here. All right, so when you turn that on, you have a light up feature right here. And then this shoulder is adjustable too, so you have pretty good movement on here. You get pretty cool poses out of it. And then right here as well. This piece also is movable, so you can pose this if you want to move that around. And then to replace the arm, you just use this right here to replace the arm. Another thing that I was kind of unsure for, that I had to actually use the manual to kind of see what this piece was. This piece is if you want to change out the arm, you can actually insert it into the Hulkbuster, and you use this to attach the arm. So you also get a locking arm that it comes with it too. So this right here is going to be your elbow joint. So you have to remove it from the elbow joint, and then you attach it through here in case if you want to use the locking arm. None of this stuff really moves. It's kind of just this big solid piece. But it does have beautiful paint applications. You have the gold coming right here. You have the red and gold accents all throughout. And then you have the silver. You have the silver... And then you have the silver joints that go right here. So all of this stuff is beautifully crafted. So far, it's an amazing piece. I can't wait to put this thing all together. But here is everything of the accessories and the extra arms and stuff that it comes with. So I'm going to go ahead and clean this up, and then we'll go ahead and take a look at the figure. All right, guys, so here is the Hulkbuster laid out. He is a gigantic piece. So I'm going to try and fit as much in it as possible. We'll kind of look at this side first, and then I'll kind of move it over a little bit so you guys can see the rest. But first, we'll start off on this hand right here. You do have some pretty good articulation in the elbow joints, as well as the top of the arm. This stuff right here is all movable, so you can adjust it. You can pull this out and move it to whatever position that you like. You also have good articulation in the hands, as well as the fingers, so this is kind of the same as the other arm that we checked out, where each joint has its own joint that you can move around. Head-wise, you can go back and forth like this. This part does lift up too, so if you want to see the Mark 43 head inside there, and then this stuff also moves up, so you have to actually take the back off of this, and then you actually lift these up, then pull those down, and then it reveals the compartment for the Mark 43. I'm not going to do it right now, but I'll show you guys what it looks like here after this, once I move into the posing. That way I can put it all together for you guys. So I'm going to move this piece just because it popped off. Here on the legs, you do have some pretty good articulation in the knee joint. It is pretty stiff, so I'll show you guys a little bit more with the poses, but you do have articulation here, and you have all these other pieces that kind of move right here as well. On the feet, you also have stuff right here that moves. You can lift that up if you want to have it displayed like that. Same thing here for the other side, and then all the knee joints are pretty much all the same. And then you have some movement right here as well. It is laid flat right now, so it's hard for me to move these, but it does move a lot easier when he's standing up. And then for the other piece, you do attach those other pieces that we went through with the armor. Those gold pieces that you can move around as well, those get attached right here. All right, let me show you guys the back. All right, so here on the back, you do have a compartment right here for batteries. This part just kind of pops off, and then you can lift it up. Here, I'll actually show you guys. This actually takes off, and then you have battery compartment right here, and then an on and off switch. So this on and off switch does light up these here on the side. So this is what it looks like in the back. Paint applications are great. Construction on this thing is amazing. Everything so far on this thing, I'm absolutely loving it. It looks fantastic. So let's go and flip it over one more time, and then we'll go through all the battery parts. All right, so you do have battery compartments in the hands as well. So these things right here. It's a bit difficult with the gloves, but these do pop off as well. And then you have a battery compartment right here on each hand. And then you have on and off switch right here. And then these will light up these ones right here. Go ahead and turn that off for now. You also have another battery compartment here at the top of the head. So you have the battery compartment and then an on and off switch right here. And then those on and off switch will light up the eyes right here. All right, so the last one that we're going to take a look at is on the back here again. So you do have two more battery compartments here on each side. So this one just pops right off. And then you have the on and off switch in the battery compartment right here. Again, guys, this thing takes a ton of batteries. Like I said, it took me about 20 minutes just to put all the batteries in. So when you flip this on, you do have a light feature right here. And then on the other side as well, you have these parts that light up here. So you have this light up right here, and then this lights up right here. This is the same thing with the other leg. You just pop off the back and then flip the switch on, and then you'll have two lights right here. So I'm actually going to get this out of the light box. I'm going to pose it up, get some nice images for you guys. That way you guys can see it all lit up. This thing was very hard to review just because it's so large and I couldn't find a good spot to review it in. But let's go ahead and start putting this thing together. Alright, so the first thing you're wanting to do is remove the two pieces of the armor and then also lift up the one here in the back. You go ahead and remove the right side and then go ahead and remove the left side. Then you also have a twisty tie here in the back that is holding the head down, so you're going to want to head and remove that too before you lift up the head. Alright, so once you have that removed, go ahead and lift that back piece up and the head should just pull right up, as you can see right here. All you do is got to lift it straight up in the air and it'll open up the compartment where you put the Mark 43 bust at. You want to go ahead and grab these side armor pieces and lift them up. If the bottom piece falls off, that's okay. It is just held in by a magnet. So go ahead and lift up these clips right here. And once you get those lifted up, you can remove that piece as well. And the other one just sits right back inside with the magnet. Go ahead and remove both of those pieces down. That will reveal the compartment where the Mark 43 bust sits. You do have some foam in here. Go ahead and remove that. You also have a cardboard piece right here that you're going to want to take out as well. So once you get those out, go ahead and take these side armor pieces and open it up right here. This is where the Mark 43 bust is going to sit in. So here's the Mark 43 bust. You do have different chest plates. This is the original one that it comes with. Let's go ahead and take it off and check the other one that it has. So this just pops right up off. You just got to go ahead and use a little bit of force and it'll pull right off. This is the silver one that it comes with. I'm not going to be using this one just because I like the red one better, so I'm going to keep the red one on. But if you do want to use the silver version of it, you can put that on there as well. And then that just pops right on. Just push it right in. You have a magnet that sits in the back. You're going to line up that magnet with the notches inside the Hulkbuster, and then he just sits right in here like this. So you want to take the chest armor piece first. This is the first one that's going to hold the Mark 43 in. It is magnetized, so it just sits in there really nicely. The next one you're going to take is the neck armor piece. You have two magnets here at the bottom, one on the right and one on the left. And those match up right there with those magnets. It is magnetized, so just set it right in there and then it'll fit quite nicely inside. Then you're going to want to take this piece. These are attached on the back. You have a screw and a notch that the other piece sits in. So you just go ahead and pull that down and attach this piece right in here. You're going to want to take your screwdriver and tighten up that one side. Go ahead and so once you have the neck armor tightened up, you're going to want to go ahead and turn it over, and you have magnets on both sides just like with the rest of the pieces, and you also have some notches that are going to line up with those metal pieces right here, and then you have the magnet right there. I found doing the left side was a little bit easier first, so if you put the left side in, you can pull that other piece over and attach the right side. And then make sure it's aligned up with the bottom. Cool. So you also have this other piece right here, which is the battle damage version. I do like the battle damage version. I might keep this one, or I might keep the clean one. I'm not sure, but you do have a magnet that you just go ahead and pull this one out. This one also has a magnet right there that looks the same as the battle damage piece, and you just line up that piece with the notch inside there. And it is magnetized, so it sits in there really easily. All right, so here is what it looks like with the Mark 43 bust inside and the battle damaged armor piece. Again, I'm not sure if I'm going to use it. After putting it on, I do kind of like the cleaner look better, so I might actually just go with that one. All right, so after you get everything hooked up, you are going to have a little bit of trouble pushing down the head. So what you're going to do is pull out that neck piece. That'll give you a little bit of room to lower the head down. Then you're going to want to head and put the shoulder pad on and the armor pieces that you've taken off. So let's go ahead and put the one side on first. Go ahead and put the other side on. All right, so I already went ahead and put on the piece that fell off. Again, these are detachable, so not a big deal. To tighten it up, you're going to go ahead and align the middle pieces. There is a notch inside there, so go ahead and do that. Then you're going to want to take the shoulder pieces, pull those down, and lift up on the bottom armor pieces to align the notches. Go ahead and repeat that with the other side. And then go ahead and put the last piece down that was in the back. All right, so here it is. You guys can actually lift up the head, and you can see the Mark 43 bust sitting inside there. Not much movement in the head when he's in, but the Hulkbuster head opens and closes. All right, so let's go ahead and put his armor on. You do have two notches right here, one on the right, one on the left. That's going to align with the notches on his actual arm. Let me move the camera so you guys can see the holes in it. So you do have two holes right there that you're going to align those two pieces with to attach it. So you do have to actually push pretty hard on this thing to get those things to line up. I had to use a lot of force and squeeze it on there to actually get it to hold on there. It wasn't easy to put in, but don't worry, you're not going to break it. Just go ahead and use a little bit of force to get those on. All right, the last thing we're going to do is go ahead and remove the arm piece. You're going to want to head and open up this first and remove any of the armor pieces that might be in the way. So you might actually have to remove this top piece as well to get the arm off. You have a screwdriver, and there is a screw right here that is attached to the arm. You're going to want to head and remove that. You're also going to be using this little tool right here that will help push out the pieces inside of the arm. All right, so I'm not going to remove the arm right now. I do want to try and get him some poses before I switch out the arm. But that is basically how you take the arm off. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and move on to the posing section of this figure. What I want to try to do is see if I can get him in a dynamic pose. A lot of the images that I've seen or social media posts, you have him in that museum post, and there's not really much going on with it. So I want to see if this figure can actually get into those dynamic poses. One thing I do think is that they have him in those poses just because this figure is so large and it kind of takes up a lot of space. So I think they kind of pose him that way just to kind of reserve some of that space in their collection. But we're going to take a look, see what we can get, and see if we can get some dynamic poses out of it. Alright guys, so I tried really hard to get this thing in some dynamic poses, but it was just almost impossible for me to do this. The figure is absolutely amazing, it looks beautiful, but just know going into this, I want to give you guys a 100% honest review, so just know going into this that if you are interested in this piece, you're just not going to get those dynamic poses out of it. I can see why most people have it in a museum style pose, just because it was a very difficult figure to pose, but it still looks absolutely beautiful. I love it. I'm glad I added it to my collection. So I'm going to stop talking and just let you guys enjoy the video. still can't believe I was able to add this to my collection. If you guys liked the video today, please go and hit that subscribe button. Again, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys all in the next video.